check in with Dan. How's it going, Dan?
What are we giggling about, Maxwell?
That was a long look at me before we went to you, so I was just...
well, you know, give the people what they want.
Right there.
I believe that's your contractual obligation.
True.
Must have at least this amount of camera time per show.
Apparently.
Of the nice face there. Anyway, we're looking forward to hearing your weather forecast for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am in a story coming up later in our show today. Stay in your lane. But here's mine for the next several days as we look at the weather forecast for the next couple of days. And it could be better, right? It's going to be a little cool for the next couple of days. Temperatures going to stay in the 50s for the most part. I did up it to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow and Thursday. I do have rain in the forecast on Friday. However, it looks like it's going to be in the afternoon or later so far. Might get a little drizzle earlier than that, but not seeing a ton of wind at this point in time. We're going to keep an eye on that. Perhaps into the weekend and beyond, we have a better chance of some wind. Saturday and Sunday, we have a slight chance of rain during the Pro-Am, and here's why, okay? As we take a look at our bigger picture, an area of low pressure has moved out of the region, and we still have high pressure sitting right here on the West Coast, but it is currently moving south. It's kind of weakening and moving southward. So we have storms that have been blocked from reaching the West Coast directly pretty much all month long. The last rain that we got was basically this low, which came in on the backside, snuck in. But this is going to change. We're finally going to see this ridge sink southward and eventually open the door for weather systems to come in. The first knocking on our door on Friday. So that is going to be that first chance of rain coming in. And it looks like it reaches the Monterey Bay region afternoon hours or so. It could speed up a little bit. Right now it looks like the afternoon. We're going to keep an eye on obviously the timing of this as it gets here and beyond. Now, this first cold frontal system will actually kind of leave a frontal boundary behind, and right under that or over that frontal boundary will be a weak atmospheric river. So we'll see how that sets up into the day Saturday as we have kind of a conduit of moisture pointed toward Northern California. Notice we're kind of on the edge of that here on the Monterey Bay region. So some models are showing it even farther to the north than this particular model. Some are showing it farther to the south, which would be over us. So that could be more continuous rain on Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, we're hoping for the first part where we're not seeing a ton of rain for the Gulf, although we kind of need the rain considering we're a little bit behind. So I guess pick your poison in this particular case. But as we look at Sunday, we still see it kind of on the edge of our area, and then eventually it's going to swing through probably sometime on Monday into Tuesday. And then as it does so, we'll get a good dose of rain as it passes by. But we're going to be on the edge this weekend, so it's going to take a few days for that to develop. And by the way, it looks like the storm track remains pretty active next week as well. Finally back into the more active weather, which we expect during our winter months. In the meantime, dry conditions expected for the next couple of days. Tomorrow, we're going to wake up to low clouds around the bay. And even in some of our interior valleys to start our day off. Patchy fog will be possible, but probably not super widespread. The marine layer is deep enough that we won't see a ton of fog on the coast. Into the afternoon tomorrow, we're going to call it mostly to partly cloudy, as we do still have a good marine layer present. Now, there will probably be some gaps in the clouds, so you'll probably see a little sunshine poke through. But the air is not going to be warm tomorrow. So if you're heading out for a walk on the beach at New Brighton around 3 p.m., looking at temperatures in the mid-50s under partly cloudy skies. For the rest of the evening, low clouds will thicken back up, fill into the valleys, and we're going to get another day like that on Thursday as well. I did cool down our Thursday temperatures. Now, we still have a freeze watch in place for Thursday morning as well, but there are no current products in place for overnight tonight into tomorrow morning for Santa Cruz County. But with that said, you still could see some patchy frost in the Santa Cruz Mountain Valleys. Temperatures expected to be in the mid-30s. Really depends on how thick the cloud layer gets and how far up the valleys it goes. So if we get clouds all the way at the Boulder Creek, we might stay in the mid to upper 30s, but I've got us kind of on the low end with low to mid-30s tomorrow in the morning, and then temperatures back in the mid-50s for your highs. On the coast, probably staying around 40 or so in Santa Cruz and Capitola. By the way, we got down into like the 32 to 33 degree range in Santa Cruz this morning. It was a frosty one to kick off the day on the north side of the bay. Really across the region, we had some very cold temperatures to start our day. Tomorrow morning will be a little bit warmer. We have temperatures in the 40s on the east shore of the bay to start off our day. Temps in the mid-50s as high as we're going to get tomorrow. And we should be around 63 this time of year in Salinas, so that 56 is going to have a chill to it. Northern valleys, mid-30s overnight, back into the mid-50s tomorrow. You do have a frost advisory in place. On over to the peninsula, we are in the mid-40s overnight, highs back in the mid-50s tomorrow. And then down south, we still have a freeze warning in place for our southern valleys, and that is certainly warranted. We're going to be down at the mid-20s again in Lockwood and Halone, Bradley in the 20s, Parkfield in the 20s as well, Pinnacle, southern San Benito County valleys, New Idria, At Hernandez Valley, you're going to be the 20s overnight. Salinas Valley, with a better chance of clouds, will probably stick to the 30s. Highs in the upper 50s tomorrow afternoon. Here's that 7-day forecast for coastal cities. Temperatures staying a little on the cool side for the next couple of days. We're going to warm up with those rain chances, believe it or not. Rain likely in the afternoon on Friday, and then rain chances Saturday and Sunday, and then potentially more Monday and Tuesday. Saturday, Sunday actually looking a little bit warmer as we're kind of on the south side of the frontal boundary, which we'll be moving through. Inland areas still kind of chilly for the next couple of days. Rain chances in the north on Friday, and then again this weekend, but it'll probably get pushing through the entire region at some point in time early next week. We're keeping an eye on it for you. Stay with us. We're back after this.